What's going on, boys and girls? Welcome back to League Racing once again. Here today for round number 5 of Spec Esports, the Elite Series. Here today for the Spanish Grand Prix. I think we got a decent turnout, 13, 14 drivers, so should be a good one hopefully. Got one or two new guys as well making their debuts in this race, so good luck to them. But let's go qualifying, hope for a good one, and we'll try and park this thing at the front. But coming into this, I wasn't overly confident, not going to lie. I had done no practice all day for this race in particular, so I was a little bit 50-50 on how I'd go. Obviously, if you guys have seen the first couple of videos from this series, you'll know coming into this, we are still undefeated. I've won all 4 races so far, so hopefully we can try and do the exact same today. But coming across the line for our first run on the hard tyres was nothing special, to be honest. There was actually quite a few mistakes, so cooled everything down, then went for another go, and we improved by about 2.5 tenths. Could still definitely improve, and we just had enough fuel to go for another run. So we did 3 flying laps on the hard tyres. Coming across the line, we're going to improve not quite by a tenth, and yeah, that's good enough to put us provisionally at the top of the leaderboard by a fair chunk of time as well. But cut on to the end of the session. Pete Crichton now fastest lap with a 1:18.0. Doesn't come as a real big surprise, let's be honest, but coming up to the line, we're set to improve by about 8 tenths. This should be a high 17, cross the line, and it is a 1:17.802, and that was enough to grab us pole position for round number 5 here at the Spanish Grand Prix. That lap, I'm not going to say it was perfect, but it was pretty good. There might have probably been 2 tenths in it, to be honest. I don't think there was any more time in it than that. But yeah, here we are on the grid for the race. Strategy, I think it's going to be fairly straightforward. One stop, mediums to hards. It's really just the quickest way around this joint. I mean, it's just so much better than a 2-stop. And yeah, if anyone starts on the softs, then I think you'd honestly be lucky to make it probably 5 laps. But we'll see what we can do. Hope for the best. And yeah, we just need to get a good start. And well, as I just said, my main goal was just to get a good start and just be able to control the race, and yeah, just be able to run things the way I wanted it and where I wanted it, and yeah, hopefully we could keep the winning streak going. Obviously next race, the Monaco Grand Prix, not one of my strong tracks, probably one of my weakest, so that's going to be a damage limitation race. So the bigger the margin I can get going into that race, the better. But reforming back on the grid now, 13 cars, so pretty decent turnout. Best one since the opening race of the season, so that's pretty good. But here we are for round 5 of Spec Esports, the Elite Series, awaiting 5 red lights for the Spanish Grand Prix, and away we go. Looks like a pretty decent launch compared to the Mercedes alongside us. We actually get a real good launch, and we have bolted off the line. Pete Crichton in the slipstream though. Will he go for the dive? Just try park it in the middle of the road to stop any lunges from the Mercedes. And there we go. We maintain the lead. That's what we needed. So, in the lead now. Coming around, we should be all good. I don't know, he wouldn't go for a dive from that far back. That'd just be stupid. But coming around, we're in the lead. We got a good start. And yeah, we've done everything we needed to. Little lock up on the left front, running a little bit wide. So don't want to be making too many of those mistakes, especially this early on. But to the end of lap 1 now, and we've actually already got the gap over 1 second. I think Pete actually made a little mistake in that final chicane. Speaking of which, that's exactly what we go and do on lap 2. So we come across the line, fastest lap of the race. Pete stole it away from us, but come across the next lap and we take it back with a 1:21.7. This whole race, actually, not going to lie, was really just the gap coming down a little bit and then going back up between us two. It was just toing and froing all race. If I tried to pull away a little bit, then he'd reel me in. And yeah, it was just a lot of back and forth action, but that's our first warning for exceeding track limits, so we'll need to be a good boy for the rest of the race. Oh, our second warning, actually, I beg your pardon, because we did get that one on lap 2. But coming into the pits now on lap 13, I think Pete actually coming in on lap 12, so he's trying for a little bit of an undercut, so we'll see how well that works out for the Mercedes driver. But coming into the pits now, Bullet Boy goes past. Hope for a good stop from the boys. 2.5 seconds on the hard tyres, and we should run to the end. Now, where is Pete Crichton? You can see the blue dot coming down the front straight. He sets the fastest lap of the race, and there he is. We should just be safe. Rejoin on the racetrack, and we maintain what is provisionally the lead of this Spanish Grand Prix. The gap has definitely come down. I think it's about 2 seconds from looking at that, but on lap 15 now, and we go. Get our third warning, and that is a 3-second time penalty, and that is really not what we needed. So now I really did have to put the hammer down a little bit. I needed to go fastest lap of the race, so we're doing what we need to at the moment. The main reason I was actually really concerned wasn't actually because of Pete, believe it or not. It was actually because of Bullet Boy, because he started the race on hard tyres. So he's on mediums for this final stretch of the race, and as you can see, he re-emerges and he's in third, and he's not that far behind the Mercedes either. So if he's got good enough pace, he could catch up to us. I responded by putting in the fastest lap of the race because I knew he'd definitely be charging up towards Pete and myself, and well, there's the proof. Fastest lap of the race, 20.1, nearly 3/4 of a second quicker than us, and that was damn near a qualifying lap we went on. But on to the start of lap 24, new personal best lap of the race, and for the whole back end of this race, I was really just pushing 110%, praying on some level that Bullet Boy would get himself a penalty, because I felt like he would get within that 3-second window. But on to the end of lap 30, we actually get DRS off the Williams of Andre as we put him a lap down. And at this point I actually decided, you know what, let's go for an actual hot lap and see if we can maybe get that fastest lap point back. We actually got DRS on the back straight as well from my teammate, I think. And we come across the line. Are we going to get it? No, just shy. But on to the final lap of the race now. And luckily for us, Bullet Boy actually did go and get himself a penalty at the end of lap 32, I believe. So that was a bit lucky there for us. I feel like we would have lost the race if he didn't end up with that penalty, but we've kept it clean for the most part. So we're going to come round the final corner for our 5th win of the season. 5 out of 5 so far in the Elite Series. Grazie ragazzi, get in there. So there we go, guys. That has been round number 5 of Spec Esports, the Elite Series. Pole and the win, clean sweep. So, undefeated so far, still. But, man, we definitely had to work for that one. Congrats to Bullet Boy and Pete Crichton on another podium for both of those two. So that's been today's video. If you enjoyed, remember to leave a like, subscribe, stay tuned for plenty more. Until next time, I'll see you guys later.